They knew what exactly they are doing. For the past couple years, if you logged onto Nigeria Twitter, TikTok or Instagram, you couldn't escape them. Timini Egbuson and Bimbo Ademoye. They were everywhere holding hands in leaked, behind the scenes footage, leaving heavily loaded comments on each other's pictures and looking at each other with the kind of eyes contact that usually require a marriage certificate. The internet called them Timini. The fans were already planning the traditional wedding colors. But today, we need to talk about the reality behind the curtain. Because Timini and Bimbo didn't just give us a cute celebrity ship. They played a dangerous game. They played with the lines between reality and performance, between a genuine bond and high-level marketing. And in doing so, they completely rewrote the playbook on how Nollywood star manipulates in the movie. So grab a drink, sit tight, and let's break down exactly how they pulled off the ultimate deception, why it was high stakes, risks for both of them, and what happens now that the illusion is cracking. To understand the danger of the game, we need to first have to look at how perfectly they set the trap. It didn't happen overnight. It was a slow, circulated burn. It started on screen. We saw their undeniable chemistry in movies like Breaded Life and Big Love. They felt natural. So what did they do? They took that on-screen magic and deliberately let it bleed onto social media. They think about the evidence we were fed. Timini would post a photo and Bimbo would comment something incredibly familiar. Then Timini would reply with a comment like, "Never thought I would find a love like this." Now, to a regular fan, that looks like a public confession. But look closer at the timing. Every single time a major Timini comment went viral, what follows a few days later? A movie premiere, a trailer drop, a streaming announcement. They realized that in modern entertainment, talent isn't always enough to guarantee a box office hit. You need obsession. You need an audience that is emotionally invested in the actors themselves by feeding the public just enough romantic breadcrumbs. They turned every single project they did together into an event. We weren't just buying tickets to watch a movie. We were buying tickets to spy on a real-life love story. It was brilliant, but here is what it gets dangerous. Why do I call this a dangerous game? Because when you weaponize the public emotions for PR, you are playing with fire. First, let's talk about the danger of overexposure. When actors become bigger than the character they play, it threatens the artistic credibility. If every time we see Timini and Bimbo on screen, we only see Timbin, the social media couple, the art gets lost. The audience stop focusing on the story and start looking for real-life clues. Second, there is the danger of a fan-based backlash. The internet is a hyper-reactive place. When you encourage fans to invest their real emotions into a fictional romance, those fans start to feel a sense of ownership. What happens when one of them actually steps out with a real romantic partner? We have already seen the chaotic in the comment section whenever other names like VJ Adams get brought up in the midst. The moment the public feels like they have been lied to or tricked just to sell movie tickets, the love can easily turn into resentment. Finally, it's dangerous for their personal lives. Imagine trying to build a real private relationship with someone else when the entire nation expects you to be with your co-star. You become trapped in a cage built by your own marketing strategy. But even with all those risks, you have to give them their flowers. Timini and Bimbo played this game better than anyone else in the history of the industry. They understood the psychology of the modern fan. We live in an era where people crave authenticity, but they also love a good story. Timini and Bimbo gave us both. They didn't hire expensive PR firms to put out fake press releases. Instead, they used the tools at their disposal: a TikTok trend, a playful Instagram live, a look share across a red carpet. They managed to ride the wave of their massive rumor without ever explicitly saying, "Yes, we are dating," which gave them plausible deniability. If you call them out, they can easily say, "Hey, we are just best friends supporting each other's work." is the ultimate win-win. They generated millions of impressions, drove massive streaming numbers for their movies, and kept themselves at the absolute top of Nollywood conversation for years, all off the back of a question mark. So what is the final verdict? Timini, Egbuson and Bimbo Ademoye played a dangerous game with the media, with their fans and with their own image, and honestly, they won. They successfully walked the tightrope between PR and reality, and they made us look. But the game can't last forever. As the industry evolves and they move on with their different projects with different co-stars, the teaming illusion will eventually fade. But it leaves us with a fascinating look at how the entertainment industry really works behind the scene. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Did you buy into this game? Were you one of the people waiting for the wedding announcement, or did you still ride through the PR strategy from day one? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Let's talk about it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification button so you never miss our next deep dive into the entertainment world. Until next time, watch closely because nothing is ever just a coincidence. Bye bye.